Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Triassic. And in this hunt, we're going for some big, dangerous game this time. Because, as I said before, we finally managed to earn enough points to be going after our big crocodilian ancestor, Postosuchus. This crocodile-like archosaur is a force to be reckoned with. This cunning predator can lie in ambush for long periods of time and go on for many days without food or water thanks to its incredibly low metabolism. So this big guy is one I am very eager to try hunting. But for it, as you can see, we're going to be pretty limited on what we have available for what we can use against it. We just managed to get the points not too long ago, so I think we'll actually even be doing double weapons this time. And we're going to try going into Panoremos. Now, before I do hit into hunt, I am going to turn on Tranquilizer. It's something that I didn't know if Tranquilizer actually worked or not, or how well it worked. Just because it doesn't give you the same kind of notification as you successfully did down this dinosaur in a way. It's just the dinosaur goes to sleep and then you only get your points once you're back into this screen here, where you can see your point total. Another thing is I have been watching a few videos to try to improve my skills a bit, and I learned a couple of things. The AI is actually smarter than I was giving it credit for. It will actually pick up and be more noticeable when you call and are slowly sneaking up. So basically, if you call, try to stay still, and the animals can pick up a bit of where you are. Another thing I'm going to try using is the strafing option to try to see if I can sidestep out of the way if some carnivores seem to kind of jump at us. For the most part, it seems like I'm trying to think how to say this, because Carnivores 2, it seems like they all had more of a jump thing pre-programmed in a way. This mod, it seems more like they'll run right up to you instead of doing a leap. But it could just be my poor gameplay, and I've gotten a few tips in the comments, so I want to thank you guys a lot for that. So without further ado, let me hint hunt, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're back in Panoremos, and we're just going to take a quick look around. I just want to see, I only have Postosuchus' call at the ready. So we've got the pistol on 1, and my favorite rifle on 5. Well, my favorite rifle of the game so far. I'll have to see how others do, but I don't really see much around at the moment. So the wind looks like this is the best direction to start in. So we'll go this way, and I don't think I'll do any calls yet. I'll wait until we can maybe spot something first, because I think one of the things is I'm not sure how many skills and how much knowledge I should carry over from my experience in other hunting games. Like, one of the games that I've played a lot was the Hunter series with Classic and then Call of the Wild that they released quite a few years later. So my experience is a lot from you have more foliage you can actually hide within and be behind. They'll pick up on scent movement much more noticeably, and you can actually kind of read their behavior a bit better. So it's kind of trying to judge how much to exactly use and work in your favor as you're going along. Like, I am curious to see how this hunt will go for some Postosuchus, because we're going to try to keep about a couple of videos per day, well, not per day, but a couple of Carnivores Triassics per week. Well, I do have to try to navigate a bit better. And I should also probably, yeah, so that's strafing. Not that I think I can really do too much with it. And I've gotten a few tips, and one of the things seems to be, in the other hunting games I've always played, if you sprint, you are basically ruining your chances of seeing anything before it sees you. Whereas a lot of, whenever you watch Carnivores gameplay, it seems like you can sprint. It's just, you have to be a little more knowledgeable about it. Like, they won't pick you up for sight for a while. Or not unless they're looking in your direction. So I still don't know how to exactly transfer that over, but maybe we'll do a little bit working with that in here. But anyway, we'll try going out to this corner a bit more, and hopefully find something. There's also a lot of sound differences too, like for the Hunter series, and I think even Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, or Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, there was something up there. I saw something go running off that way. I don't know what it was. But anyway, for the Hunter series, you would hear the footsteps slowly approaching you, Like, even if it was something just even charging towards you or slowly walking about, you were able to pick up the footsteps and kind of follow it even without having the ability to see it. Now, fortunately, Carnivores, it is a bit of an older series, so it doesn't really have that, so that's why it's so easy to get ambushed in the game. I really wonder what I saw, because I know I saw some... At least I thought I saw something go running from up here. I'll keep my rifle at the ready just in case. But, no, I'm not seeing anything, huh? Maybe that's just the Lystrosaurus or something I saw on the horizon move, but I could have sworn I saw something run by. I'm going to try a call. Okay, well, we are in no man's land, so we are going to... Ooh, not that one. Let me see. It's shift. Yeah, shift is sprint mode. Okay, so we're going to sprint. Try to speed this up a little bit to try to find something, because we are in a no man's land where nothing really knows where we are. Like Lystrosaurus up there. I don't know exactly what direction we should try. That's the thing, is the wind seems to always go back and forth so much, we'll probably have to use more of it as a crosswind as we go north or south. And judging from the layout of the map, it'd be better if we try going northwards. And if you take your gun out, you also lose your kind of running. So you gotta be mindful of that too if you do have any carnivores come after you. I don't see anything over that way, so I think we'll try doing a little swim across here. There we go. And just maybe try running north a bit. Oh, no, not that. Sorry. I'm so used to caps lock being one of the ones to turn the run on and off, but not really seeing anything around us. And I don't know if that's actually just ambience or an animal call. That's something I gotta discern too. Because I don't know if the animals actually do call in the game or not. Let's try another call just to see, although... Yeah, no call again. So we'll be ready with the rifle. I don't know how many shots it'll take to take down a Postosuchus. I'm hoping... I'd imagine it has maybe around the same health as a Plesiosaurus, so that might be about 4 with the rifle. It could even just be 3, and I'm just a horrible shot. And I also don't know about the hitboxes, because it seems like on some videos... Uh-oh. I saw something moving up there. 4-legged. Might have just been a Lystrosaurus, but I don't know, and I don't want to assume that, oh, it's just something safe. No, this game... Or maybe it's just a shadow. God, I am on edge because this is one of our more powerful carnivores that you can hunt in-game. And I'm not sure the sensitivity on stuff, as I'm still trying to get used to that. I haven't altered any of the settings from the previous episodes. I'm trying to keep that as a more steady baseline constant, so that way it's something I can kind of adapt and better myself to. Okay, maybe it was just a Lystrosaurus, because if it was a Postosuchus, I would have imagined it would have tried sprinting at us if it was moving at a pretty fast pace. Yeah, I don't see it. So maybe it's just my imagination getting the better of me. We'll try another call and see. Okay, we definitely have something up this way. So we're going to be sparing with the calls. We're not going to do a spam of them. But we do know we heard a reply, so... Maybe if we can have it thinking we're over that way... We can get ourselves into a better shooting position. Like maybe at the top of that dune. And try our hand. Oh, there it is. Oh, it just stalks right in the dunes, doesn't it? Even for an older game, that's a pretty cool thing to watch. Just see how it kind of stalks its way through the dunes and gets closer. Just have to make sure... Okay, I don't see anything else, so we should be able to focus on just this guy. Oh, crap. There's something else over... We might have multiples over there. Oh, boy. Here, I thought taking on one was going to be our excitement. I thought I just heard something different than our ambient noise. Oh, boy. There it is. So it's what, 0.72 tons. So it's over... Actually, I think that might be a bit of an exaggerated weight to it, because I think it's 2,000 pounds is a ton. So I don't know if it would really be that bulky, but... We're going to get our gun out, and we're going to try one more call. Uh-oh. Okay, that's charging us. Okay, probably more than I needed, but when you don't have the little nameplate come up, you do not have any good idea about how far away it is. I think with all of that done, we can get a better look at this big guy. Actually, not as big as I figured with what they were saying his weight was. But he is still quite the beauty, isn't he? It's a nice model, simple, rugged, does the job well, and I just love that kind of snaking and shark-like maneuver with how the dunes are of this place. I think with him done, we'll end this first hunt, see what our bounty is from him, and maybe look at starting off onto another hunt. So let's take our successful tranked Postosuchus back. Success! Okay, so we're back in the menu, and we actually can go up to Mfudo Island with them. We can even get the Adaphosaurus, but I think we'll stick to just the Postosuchus. So we'll try one more for another Postosuchus, and then see how our points are, because we may even try going up after the Lilian Sternus, or... Actually, we have a lot we could go through. Dory Oasis, Vertigo Range, Hell Island. We'll have to see, but... Oh, no, that's the one we want. We'll try to get another Postosuchus or two, and just see if we can hold our luck firm with another hunt. And this should make for a good little contained one. We won't go for too long. Try to make this about 20 minutes. So let's head into hunt and stop wasting time. Okay, we should be all loaded up now. So we just need to look and see how we are at. So we basically want to go northwest. So we do have a bit of a... Actually, the wind may be in our favor a bit. I think we'll go try to find a nice elevated position again. Spare on the calls. We won't do as much sprinting, just because, again, I don't know how the sensitivity is for... Oh, spooked off the poor little Lystrosaurus, didn't mean to do that. I'm still hesitant to sprint everywhere just because I'm so... Well, I've had a lot of... Wait a minute, that actually... I should have my gun out, because that didn't sound like ambient noise. I haven't heard that low hiss like just regular ambience. That almost seemed like a crocodilian-like hiss. I'll have to be careful. Oh, I'll say, I just saw the tail up from over there. I think I saw it at least. It looked larger than a Lystrosaurus going over the back of that ridge. Yep, there it is. Actually, I think it got spooked off. Like, that really tells you just how kind of cautious the animals are. And that's why I'm so hesitant about trying to sprint everywhere, because even when they're just outside of render range, it feels like you're losing sight of them. Well, I mean, they are picking you up before they're even in render range, so... see, I don't like the terrain right here. If I call it in, it has that as an entire buffer against us. So, you know what? I'll get to the top of this one. That should be a good elevated spot, and we can scan out from there. But this makes me want just a dinosaur hunting game so much more now. Because this is the perfect layout for one. Just simple menu, you can... I think Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, the biggest fault is that it didn't have enough species to it. I did hear the call. It sounds like it ran over there, so we're not going to move. Oh, we are going to stay crouched, because that does help reduce the sway in our weapon. At least I think it does. But we're going to stay up here, because this is a nice elevated spot. We have plenty of distance to spot them coming in. There it is. 1.16. That's a big one. Okay, it's... Actually, looks like it's laying down right there. Just want to make sure nothing else is coming in. Maybe let whatever... Yeah, idle... Okay, so that's probably an idle animation. Oh. And again, just popped out of render range. So you know what? I think we will try another call. No reply, though. I wonder if they can only reply if you are in render range. Like, this is probably a bad idea to do, but we want to see where it went off to. So we're going to stay crouched and make our way up, because it might be working its way back to us from the call. It may very well not because of the no reply, but... Again, I am just so overly cautious from how you don't really have any way of surviving anything in carnivores. It's basically a one-hit kill, and you want to make the most that you can with what you got. Unfortunately, this is not the situation I like being in. I think we'll aim for that little mound over there. We will walk, and we'll keep the gun up, just so that way, in case we do see it, we could try sidestepping it. I really don't know what the strafe option does for improving things. Like, I suppose you might have a bit of a quicker movement there, but I don't know. I think if you don't have your weapon out, you'd probably really see it. But hard to say if we'll actually put that into test this episode or not. More than likely, we're going to have our face and... Actually, I wonder what the Postosuchus would aim for first, if you consider it as a predator. I'd imagine if it's... With it being a crocodilian ancestor, it might actually use something like the death roll that modern crocs do. Where it might take a leg or an arm. Most likely aim for a leg. Let's try again. Okay, so it's over this way. But it would basically grab hold of a limb, then start twisting its body in a roll, and just try to sever and tear your limb right off. It's basically how a lot of modern crocs and alligators... Actually, I don't know if it is alligators, too. I think it's just mostly crocodilians that I've heard of using the death roll. Although I'm sure gators do it, too. It's just something with that body plan that's one of their best techniques of hunting and ripping out meat. Oh, shoot, he's over there, but I thought I heard it from over... Okay, well, he's behind there, so we gotta try to get it out from that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that is what I heard, so... Holy crap, that was close. We were literally in his jaws. And we used all of our ammo, but I think it was pretty much worth it, given that was literally survived by just the grit of our teeth in front of his teeth. Damn. But 1.16 tons. You are a big prize. So, we're going to end this episode off here before something comes to ruin this trophy. But thank you guys very much for joining me on another episode of Carnivores Triassic. If you do like the series, be sure to leave me a comment or a like letting me know. And if you have any tips, I'd love to hear from you. As we let this guy rest and eventually get back to the trophy room, we will go off and see how we're doing for points and maybe do a little bit of a farming session. Until next time I see you though, please remember as always, survivors and hunters alike, take care and stay alive.